Hello my friends, welcome to the ATLYSS patch 1.5.0 notes review. My name is First Hour, the one and only time villain VTuber, and ATLYSS is a brand new multiplayer action RPG with a big focus on multiplayer and playing with friends. There are dungeons, instances, and it's practically an MMORPG, but on a smaller scale, and you should really check it out. This update was released on Thanksgiving, which really shows how hard this dev is working on the project, and it's made by a singular solo dev, ATLYSS. Okay, let's start going through them. 1.5.0 alpha patch notes. Revised lobby entries on the lobby list finder. And soon we are going to get ping displays to show what ping you will get for that server. Lowered lesser, greater, and toxin wisp base damage. This is great because many times I've been killed by the poison damage the wisps can give you because they really catch you off guard if you're not paying attention. Say you go down to like 10 HP and you're about to heal or you're waiting for recovery to cast and you die because of the poison, so I'm kind of glad for that. Wisp cures only lower power stats instead of all stats. Okay, this makes sense, you want them to just target the power, kind of a minor bug. Enemies can no longer be hit stunned while they are under an attack animation, they can still be parried. This is a really good change because a lot of mobs in this game before this patch, you could cheese them just by constantly attacking, especially the boars, who are supposed to hit you with a really damaging charged up attack, but you could just stun lock them. Buffed bandits bomb trap skill, okay, that's fine. Fixed damage scaling stones not functioning correctly with damage calculations, this is fine too. And the way the damage scaling stones kind of work is you're enchanting your weapons, and that kind of is the money sink for the economy and whatnot. Added a quality of life Steamworks panel in the Who tab menu, allowing you to view Steam profiles or your Steam friends list. This is good because right now we don't have a friends list in the game, but he's trying to use the Steam friends list instead, which I think incorporating Steam features makes a lot of sense, and a lot of games don't do it. Fixed bug while weapon quick swapping while mid-jumping attack. Mostly fixed skills weapon quick swapping lock-up issues. Never had any of these bugs, but I imagine it was annoying for people jumping around and then having to quick swap mid-jump, you know. All enemies that do not have killer, magical, or precise modifiers on them no longer crit you. That's very nice because this really helps survivability. It was really annoying getting critted a few times in a row when the mobs had good luck in a dungeon and you're just like, oh my goodness, why in the world is this happening to me? And they're not even big creatures. Fixed abusable quest trigger for sweep quests. I would never abuse game exploits in MMOs. Who would do such a thing? Fixed the rude achievement. This is a funny achievement that you can get. Let me show you. You wait patiently, then Angela bends over and you smack her. And in return, she smacks you too. You kind of have to learn this achievement through word of mouth, and so that now that you know, go get it. Fixed Vista achievements being given to players while other players reach them in net play. I'm glad this was fixed because you should really do the parkour yourself in order to get these achievements. It's fun climbing up in things, and the very first one is this tower that you're supposed to go up. So you should really be doing it yourself, not whoever you're partied with or whatever server you're on. Fixed being able to send rich text commands through the chat box. Fixed issue where players can have names longer than 18 characters while in a game session. Fixed issue where players can send extremely long messages in the chat box. These text fixes are really nice to have in multiplayer games because there are always players trolling a little bit, and although I don't mind it, I'm sure it can get annoying if someone joins a server and then just starts spamming annoying messages, you know what I mean? Fixed a hole in the cave portion of the grove you can fall through. That's pretty funny, and although it never happened to me, I can imagine it getting annoying because some areas are really long treks back if you fall through. Ping kickout threshold is increased from 300 to 500. This is nice because there are ping spikes for servers which can really kill a population. It's like, you know, suddenly over half the server is immediately gone because the server itself sort of had a lag issue. Fixed lesser magic defense potions having the incorrect description. Alright, that's a good descriptor fix. Fixed Enoch's Grove quest giving the wrong potions or no potions at all. This happened to me a lot. I actually have uneven numbers of potions because of this. I was very confused as to why this was happening because I never used any potion and I thought they were supposed to be equal in my inventory, but were coming out to unequal numbers for whatever reason. Fix being stuck in a dialogue loop with Enoch if you asked him questions. Those pesky infinite loops are now no more. Increased experience share percent among party members. This is pretty good. Leveling up isn't too slow, but it's not too fast either. Golem cores can now stack up to 99. Drop the cores and pick them back up to reset their stack limit. Golem cores are used for making some items through quests. You can sell the items, or you could use them, but probably not. And there are a lot of them, so this is wanted. So there's a nice little quest in the game you can use, and you're definitely going to be picking up a ton of these. Fixed holding item lock issue on the cursor if you die while holding an item in the tab menu inventory. I never had any issues with locking so far, so not really sure what this did. Transmogging no longer dissipates when you change equipment. This is the biggest and best change in the patch. Let me show you how it works. In the past, if you went to your inventory and got a vanity item and drug it to that slot, then re-equip the slot with a new item that is non-vanity, the vanity would disappear and you have to reapply it. It now does not do that, thank goodness. It was very annoying having to reapply vanity, although in some ways the old way consumed a illusion stone, which would act as a money sink for the in-game economy, which might have been his original intention, but this way was just a little bit too annoying. Also, if you didn't know, once you equip a vanity item to your character, you can store that vanity item in your stash. So make sure you do that, it frees up an inventory slot. You can now transmog cross-class gear. This is pretty cool because you really want to be able to, put vanity with all your characters and all your classes. So you can make your wizard look like a fighter or a bandit. Oh, I said wizard. I meant mystic. Come on now. So yeah, this is a really cool update. Added a temporary save file system, hoping to lessen the chance of corruption for hardware crashes or power outages. It's been recommended for a while now to back up your save within Steam files, and I think he's doing a great job trying to make sure that your save data is safe, but I really think making a backup every now and then of your characters yourself is a good thing to do. Also, along with that, just back up your computer data in general. Data loss can happen to you. Cryo needle projectiles are now object pooled. This helps with projectile lag, I think, although I never really had a problem with it. Fix the loud portals in the outer sanctum gate map. I think this is pretty funny because they definitely were louder than the other portals, and so if you had some audio loudness, like you were really turned up, you would just notice and be like, man, those portals are really annoying. Adjusted how skill points function. I assume this is just refactoring of some code, so that's great. Adjusted conditions, hopefully fixing the evasion percent boosting and alacrity skill lockups. Alacrity is a skill that lets you cast your next spell with no cast time and no cast cost, which is nice for specific spells. Its usability is a little bit debated right now, but a lot of people pick it up, at least at level 1, and just use it. But I think this condition was causing some issues with other skills, specifically the ones that caused evasion ups, such as leg up, which I am a big fan of on my fighter, so hopefully that's fixed now. Support projectiles such as Restora and Divine should no longer remove on-hit conditions like recovery. This is so good. Recovery regens your health but can go away if you get hit, so it's very nice to have other buff support spells that don't remove it. That would be pretty annoying and counterintuitive. Adjusted range weapon aiming system, hopefully fixing the issue where projectiles shoot off in awkward directions pertaining to your cursor position. I have yet to play a bandit, but I can imagine this was really annoying. I have had some instance where playing a mystic and I, shoot a projectile with my staff and it kind of goes in a weird direction, so maybe I've seen it, but I couldn't tell you. Added a hide FPS counter and a hide ping counter option in the interface settings menu. I typically keep these on, and to be honest, I thought they were already added in the game before this, but I guess not. Lowered the amount of mech boards that spawn in the entrance of Tool Valley. This is really great because if you're new and you go into Tool Valley, you're going to see a massive amount of boars out there, and you might think, oh, I can take this, I'm on level. Nope, you will just get bum rushed by the charge attack and pretty much die. So now we're changing over. This is the 1.5.0 beta patch notes. Fixed a few issues regarding skill points and fixed lobbies appearing as password only if they have no password. These two updates are fine. I never had an issue with skill points. Perhaps there's a bug that just didn't let you allocate them correctly. Alright, so this is the 1.5.0 Charlie patch notes. A quick hotfix build has been released. Happy Thanksgiving and thank you for your patience and support. No idea what this hotfix is, but I'm very glad he came out with it. And that concludes the ATLYSS 1.5.0 notes review. What did you think of the patch notes? It's very refreshing to see a dev, let alone a solo dev, working so hard on their game. And this game has had massive success. It sold 120,000 copies on Steam, and I think there is going to be a big solid community around this game for a long time. One of the better things about starting to play ATLYSS right now is that there isn't too much content released for it, which means that you're not going to be behind at all if you start playing right now. As more content is released, you can be with the community playing through the game, which is what I plan to do. There's already pretty established servers out there that are up 24/7, so it's very easy to get into the community and kind of make contacts and make friends. It's $10 and there is no monthly fee, so there's no sub like a normal MMORPG model. You can just pick up for $10 and have access to the content. I'm going to be playing this game a lot, and so I hope to see you there. Please like and subscribe, and my plan is to make more ATLYSS content in the future, specifically a lore video, and for that I will be featuring player characters. So if you want your character to be shown somewhere in the video, message me on Discord and send me a screenshot. You can find all the links in the description that point you to the Steam, and you can also come find me on Discord if you want to be involved in that video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.